Hey friends, it's time for the year-end wrap-ups and videos and rewinds and flashbacks and all of those other catchy words that people use on all their videos talking about the newest movies and the singles and albums and the worst and the best. And 2025 has been a strange year, and it's just overwhelming. I dumped all of my old playlists of anything unnecessary recently, and now I'm going through all these new videos, and my playlists have expanded right back up to like a couple of hundred songs across all genres. Folk, punk, EDM, hip hop, metal. And it's just an impossible task when you got you dip your toe in all of those, try to sift through and find the best stuff. It's just overwhelming. So I try to include everything. These videos will be an overview of everything that I could find, and then maybe later I'll narrow it down to a solid top 10 list or something. I think for some reason top 10 lists get a lot more views than just a regular old information dump like I like to do. But comment below and tell me what music you've been listening to this year, whether it's old stuff or new stuff. I'd be curious to see if anybody I know even listens to anything modern. But subscribe, and here's the video. All right, I got my cop shirt on, so let's be bold and let's do the butt rock. New butt rock post grunge, I think is what gets used a lot. I don't know if any of those bands even call themselves metal anymore, but and that's not totally a derogatory term. I love butt rock. I got a butt rock playlist on my YouTube here. If you want to go and find it and you see what I consider butt rock, you may disagree. I may make a video about that someday, but a lot of new stuff come out that I really liked. Dorothy is a new artist that's just kicking ass. She's totally beautiful and she's got a powerful voice. And honestly, she's a little hit and miss with me sometimes, because sometimes she's a little too butt rocky, and sometimes she's just hardcore blues, guitar, rock. So, like, I can see her doing a song with Slash, she's that style. So it's freaking awesome. Dirty Honey is a band that was around about 10 years ago, on the tail, or like maybe right before the whole Greta Van Fleet thing blew up. Dirty Honey was like doing the exact same thing, and they got a little bit of hype, and they just kind of disappeared. About a dozen other bands came up that sounded exactly like that, but apparently they got new music. Stanley Simmons, if you recognize those names, that is the sons of Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley from Kiss, and they've started a project together, and I think there's only one song on their YouTube right now, and it's kind of acousticy, but it's good. It's decent. It's fun. It'll be fun to see what happens with the next generation there. A lot of the bands have kids in bands now. Tom Morello and James Hetfield and Corey Taylor and bunch of those guys. I think Tommy Lee's son, is he in a band now? I don't remember. But yeah, it's fun to see what the next generation is going to bring. But Alter Bridge, Mark Tremonti did his whole Frank Sinatra thing, and that's interesting and more fun to listen to for me these days than any of this hard rock stuff. But Shinedown has new stuff, and Seether has new stuff, and they both just sound exactly like what they sounded like in the 90s. That's 90s, right? Or is that all early 2000s? All that Nickelback style stuff. Bush is back with new music. Daughtry, that's one I can kind of do without. Chevelle has new music, and believe me, I put my time in listening to Chevelle, but if their new stuff sounds anything like their classic stuff, then I'm done with that mopey, dirgy shit. Papa Roach has new shit out. Limp Bizkit has another new album. Their last one was really good, I thought, and really took some chances on some stuff, and also defined that classic sound that you expected from them. This new one wasn't quite as catchy, but whatever, good for them. God, some of these names on here, it's crazy. 3 Days Grace, Bad Omens, Volbeat, and surprisingly, I talk a lot of crap about Volbeat because I don't like the sound of that guy's voice, and I think what they do is like cheesier than Nickelback, but this new song was pretty decent, and I almost didn't get annoyed by the voice. So that's 2 Volbeat songs in a row. They did that one with Neil from Clutch, and I heard it on the radio, and it was so good I had to Shazam it, and I was like, Volbeat! Oh! So that's 2 songs in a row from them that I've liked, and so we'll see how that goes. Also on this list, I kind of just padded it out with a bunch of that hardcore emo metalcore type of stuff from the early 2000s. So all the other bands with new music out, Ice Nine Kills, Of Mice and Men, not to be confused with Of Monsters and Men, which is the Stomp Clap Hey band. Of Mice and Men is the hardcore band. I Prevail, Pierce the Veil, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. God, I haven't heard that name in 20 years. Did they have a big song? I don't remember their song. Deaf Heaven is the one that's been on a lot of lists that I've watched. Apparently this new album is worth listening to if you like a lot of that metalcore, technical, crazy stuff. A couple other bands that have new music out. All Time Low, Atreyu, and Atreyu also did a cover that'll be in the cover songs video from 2025, so keep an eye out for that one. And Hollywood Undead, and I kind of fell into the Hollywood Undead rabbit hole. That big album of theirs was it was so dumb, but it was so fun, and I listened to the crap out of that. And I heard this new stuff, and if you're nostalgic for that certain style, then this is definitely a nostalgia button. Good Charlotte and Yellowcard both have new music, and I only mention that to mention that Good Charlotte is touring with Avenged Sevenfold, and Simple Plan is opening up for Yellowcard. And those are 2 concerts that if you're 35 to 45, like I said, it may push your nostalgia button, but No offense, but I'm going to run right out to miss those. So there we go. Sorry that most of this was negative. I'm not a huge fan of butt rock. That's why I decided to do this one first. And maybe I can get some hate comments to pad up my engagement. Anyway, all the new 2025. It's going away in a week. So let's nostalgiate on what's happened this last year, and see you on the next one. Bye.